Snort, snort. Let's just cover that eye up a little. There you go. Man, that cold is real stickler. I went for a walk and I got tired after an hour. Ugh. I had to take a sip. It got me all softened up, all chubby around the cheeks. I hate it. I'm driven up a wall. A wall, I say. Just makes me so mad. I thought there was someone waiting to watch. They left. They're gone now. There used to be someone waiting for the stream here, but they're gone now. Great. Just great. Just great. Great. I got my hopes up. Thought maybe this would be the dawn of a new era. Gluten-free breakfast sausage sandwiches. No, just that malnutrition will enfeeble him, but he's still there. Guess we're gonna have to do the stream without anyone here. I just sit in the corner of the room, sad. I thought Senator would like to see this. I thought maybe, maybe the Senator would jump on in to complain that Anon's gone woke. Got woken on here. S Liquidator 0123. Oh, golly gosh garnet. Golly gosh garnet. Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, as the day moves on, water flowing underground. So, Meteor game, huh? So, Meteor game, huh? So far, it's not the worst, but it does feel like it's making a couple of mistakes with the whole Meteor thing. Like, I get sticking to Goodbye Volcano High, but as I mentioned, the story's more allegorical than that. Get it? It's an allegory. That's why they're dinosaurs. I wish I was an allegory. That'd be neat. Maybe I'd have something to do. I can't believe you turned my wife into a metaphor! What am I supposed to do now? Dionysus. Senator, you can't walk. You can't just walk into my chat and start throwing those slurs around. You can't just call them dinner sores because they like to eat because that's the only fucking character trait any of these goddamn goobers ends up having. What does Fang like? Food. What does Nasa like? Food. What does Rip like? Food. Is there any goddamn person who doesn't like food? Ain't none, because he only eats garbage. And then you just hit the old bottom. Yeah, I hit him with the old bottom. Well, since the senator is here, he's kind of the main reason we're even here. I say we stop pretending and I'm just a little tuckered out. Well, maybe walking on an empty stomach wasn't the best. There's like going on a big old hike when your gut's empty. It's a great way to come home hungry. Alright. Dinosaurs. Ugh. Just throwing it around, aren't we? Bring it around town, Squidward. You want to bring it around town. Alright, I've had enough of this. I will, fingers in my ear, blindfold over my eyes, march into the thick of things. At first, we need a song. Something a little sad. Like, I said it before, and you know, bears repeating, blah, blah. I genuinely have issues with the fact that Anon is exposed to the end of the world. I think he's too much of a soft nougat guy, you know? There are two ways you can make Anon and the end of the world sit in the same room. One, Anon realizing that he doesn't actually have all the time left, freaks the fuck out. You know, you could take that angle. Like, for all of his nothing matters, being confronted with the absolute total end of his life, he will, in fact, panically try to make something of himself. Could make that even more fun by having him be the only person who knows. I'm in a time loop! I've got to fix my goddamn girlfriend! What girlfriend? The other way you can do it, the ending is, I don't know. I've only thought about it so much. Put him in Majora's Mask and have him go fucking crazy. I don't know. Let us entertain ourselves. Be me. Wait, what's the chapter title? In the morning. In the morning. When the sun rises up high. In the morning. Right, now you're supposed to say the second one, the cadence differently. It's like, in the morning. And the second one's, in the morning. No, whatever. Let's move on. Be me. Caucasoid skinny male. Forced to transgender to a libshit Dodger school. We know what he's trying to say. Try to blend in. Anon, you're not doing a great job at being a gal. We want Nona. We need Nona. Day ends with Meteor moving towards the planet. What did they mean by this? Okay, wait a minute. I forgot something. In what's it called? It's actually really ambiguous whatever dot the asteroid's going to hit, at least at the beginning. Yeah, it's a non-zero chance. Even in this. So, yeah. I think we all know that if the author wasn't a fucking coward, we would totally have Anon has to become transgender to fit in. We know that is the shitpost we all deserve and desire. Because it's the dumbest shit. It's the best joke. And every single fucking person who takes the shit too seriously is going to shit themselves, and it'll be great. Like a good shitpost is. It's in a time loop like that other scaly game you translated. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, that one, yeah. Whoops. For a minute, I thought you were talking about, like, Mid-Enema Eve or something like that, since... You know... Also translation is from Spenito. But Safi, the second... I still stand by that the meteor doesn't hit entirely on the premise that Fang's central problem, which is the allegory that the meteor represents, has been resolved. Like, the world does not end, is how that goes. That's why it happens on day one of the school year, because that's when Fang finds out about everything, and the friction starts to form, and the reality of senior year sets in, because that's when, what's her name, Miss Roberts is like, hey, sucks, don't it? Takes me a good minute to slide the caption into place as I walk down the street. My god, man, learn how to do this while walking. It promptly takes another when I fat finger the wrong key and have to redo it all over again. I smile as I see my post go live on the thread before I stow my phone in my pocket. I look both ways for oncoming traffic. I'm so fuck that you are recommending proper traffic safety, you know. Before I dip between two parked cars across the road, resuming my route to school once I'm on the other side. Jesus, that is too much goddamn detail for a guy crossing the road. Frankly, I'm running on frooms again. I didn't rest well last night. My body got that funky 8 right now, that grogginess you only get when you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle. Thankfully, the use will energize me more than any cup of coffee would. At least I hope they will. The fact I got any sleep at all is a miracle. I was straight up. I was up half the night staring at the news. It wasn't even announced at the school day, it was announced in the evening. Yeah. Because, you know, evening news. I think it's so fucked up, man, that Fang watches the evening news. Why the hell does Fang watch the evening news? CO-103, 10-kilometer wide asteroid. Non-zero possibility of collision. By the way, the comments are very much like, just blow them all up. Blow them all to hell. My feather feed. Oh, we're actually sticking with feather, huh? Huh. Huh. And still is nothing but posts related to the news that broke last night. Some of it is genuine scientific analysis. Well, actually, barely any of it is. Most people are just freaking the fuck out or posting safe, edgy zoomerisms to farm for likes. Or a farm. Or a farm. I appreciate that that's liquid. Listen, I would understand it if it was like an interruption. Is it an interruption? Because if it's like an emergency news broadcast. But why would the fucking... Well, we might get hit by a meteor be an emergency news broadcast. Let's go back. Like, is Fang just fucking watching the news? God, so much fucking happens before they go to bed. There we go. Yeah, she's straight up just watching the news. Like, there is no interlude to it. Fang is just... It's a scientific fact that kids waking up at 6 for school ruins at 8 ruin... Yeah. Personally, I do stand behind the, I am behind, what's it called? Goodbye Volcano High is, you gotta do it at 10. Because I know, like, people gotta be there even before 8. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. How do you expect anyone to do any work if you don't let them sleep? You're all like, oh, sleep is super important, but y'all gotta conform to this unreasonable ass schedule. Why? Because your fucking parents are gotta go to work. That's why. Because it's a fucking glorified babysit these days. Especially considering how some kids treat it. Certain biscuit waving, the microwave, a certain why am I so stuck on biscuit? A certain basket weaving form is likewise overflowing with threads related to the fucking space rock. Oh, if you're trying to twist the meter to support their political positions. Anon, that's you. So that's it. Who the fuck are the Jannies? They began to religiously strike down. Oh, the janitors. Began to religiously strike down any of the posts even tangentially related to it. For free, of course. Plus the obligatory tip. Chicken biscuit. Fuck, what's wrong with me? I've decided to make the most of the opportunity to cast some easy bait. You already have. But deep down, I'm not actually sure what to think yet. Nothing ever happens, Anon. Yet electronics getting fucked with by something on the edge of the solar system is something, right? I could feel my heart already beginning to race as I... Edge! Jesus, I don't want to know, Anon. towards the cusp of internally free-falling once more, but I'm stopped from taking the mental plunge by the sudden vibrating sensation against my right thigh. I pull out my phone to find it buzzing in my hand. It's an alarm saying 10 minutes until class starts. Who is this fucking anon? With an alarm for 10 minutes to class. Ugh. God damn it. I press the alarm off and he just fucking sets off. I like how he calls it a campus. Campus to me feels like such a college term. Just school grounds, baby. Oh, he thinks he can make it there in 10 minutes. It is kind of weird when you really think about it. Like, I know that Fang sometimes takes the bus back in Goodbye Volcano Heights, implied that there's some form of public transit. But I do have feelings about the fact that Fang sometimes rides with Nasser in his car. First off, Nasser is like a year younger. But secondly, like, aren't you trying to be a bunch of solar punk weirdos? Why do you have a fucking electric car? If you're solar punk weirdos, have like a little scooter thing. Have a golf cart. Don't be like this. Even solar punk fucking weirdos can't stop American car culture from rotting their brains from the inside out. Maybe I'll get lucky to win the lottery and buy myself a car to take it out of this fucking city while I'm at it. Still better than mixtape. Man, the mixtape Discord has blown up a server I'm in. Absolutely fucking trashed the place. One of the people there actually likes mixtape, and they got so fucking mad at everyone who didn't like it. They're like, you didn't play it! You didn't play it, you can't say that! And I'm like, bitch, who fucking cares? Stop pretending this matters. Listen, I watch people who are like, Above Volcano Heights sucks. Yeah, because it does. There are angles you can come at it from and say that it's the worst thing ever. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking make my life about this guy's opinion. God, have a life. If you like it, fine. Just don't pretend that everyone has to agree with you and they have to shut down the haters. You're not a fucking corpo. God. The realization dawned on me as I see the outline of Goodbye Volcano High. Excuse me, just Volcano High. Man, I got the apocalypse on the brain. Now beginning to draw even closer. That's an assembly of sorts today, which, listen, I think the only reason that assembly is on day 2 is so that they could have day 1 be exclusively about Fang and the gang. Why the fuck is it on day 2? Nami and Nasa mentioned as much when they dropped me off yesterday. I'm sorry, what day? Are you implying there was a day before today? There's no way they're taking the role of every student present for something that huge. What? You mean they're doing a roll call? Just gonna skip it. I'll just slip in the middle of Nasa's speech and blend in near the back. Thank you, Jurassic God, for this get out of jail free card. I promise to make the most of it. Probably get revived for a second time as I finally set foot on the campus grounds, beelining it again with the beelining. I'm pretty sure beelining is just the bee, right? Hold up, let's look this up. Yeah, it's supposed to be B as in the animal. It's not B as in the letter B. In fact, Wikipedia doesn't even offer uppercase capital B as an offer. It's either beeline, 2 separate words, beeline with a hyphen, or beeline 1 word. This is the part where I shake my fist angrily, and I'm getting really caught up on like minor details. Ooh, I'll get you next time, Gadget. I'll get you next time, Gadget. And the Gadgetinis. Marketable you may be. Your late dumbass alarm is joined by the muffled sound of the bell. Oh, man. I pause at the steps of the gymnasium entrance, pulling out my phone and opening my favorite spearfishing image board once more. I was hoping for at least 2 rows of reply. Instead, all I find is a single response. Skinny. Died your school. Nice fanfic, retard. Hang yourself. I sigh as I power off my phone and stow it once more. Mediocre, Anon. Do better next time. God damn it, Anon. If you can't shitpost, what do you have left? What are you? I reach out for the handle of the double doors. Wait, is he running into Reed? Shit, man. Hold up, we need some teenage traffic. Oh shit, my bad, man. I realize who it is as I open my pink eyes to see a pink-scaled moth pinkly stretching out to me, offering a hand up. We're really doing this kind of intro? Is that really the way to introduce Reed? Like, if you introduce a character, you want it to be kind of relevant to how they are as a person. You want them to be introduced doing something that they would do. Like, if they're a very rushed character, yes, they would knock a door open into someone. With Reed, it should be like, hey, I noticed you're standing in the back here trying to blend away, and I'm similarly not real interested in this, and that kind of stuff. Damn. Saurians really have zero body heat as my fingers touch his striped wrist. Just kiss already! We're gonna talk about that, bro. For the shitty fanfics. The first time I ever felt one's skills were the bizarrely cool to the touch. Yes, you just said they had zero body heat. Also, the damn implies the bizarrely. The raptor's pink brow. Stop calling him pink. He's a girl now. He's too pink. Not even some sound effects like crash. Damn. They don't even give you that, huh? I mean, then you wouldn't hear the licensed music. The raptor's pink brow is furrowed as he leans back and helps me on my feet. A surprising degree of it, too. It looks fairly lanky, but that dino's strength is no joke. What the fuck are you talking about? Goodbye Volcano High doesn't operate like that at all. Why are you porting this over? Yeah, sorry. No, he's a little lighter than that. He tells me again, jamming his claws into the pockets of his torn jeans, into his jorn-teens, as he sits them up. He's wearing a loose tank top once more. Jesus Christ, Reed, buy another outfit. What are you, a fucking cartoon character? I'm fine. Some grass stains on my pants. But I can't say I give a shit. Not like you did any damage. You're Reed, right? What the fuck? Wait, Anon's gonna be the fucking one to call this out? Same homeroom. Yeah, and math class. Yep. You're Anon. Unless, you know, another bald human shows up. Yeah, still just me. Sorry to disappoint. Does that mean that the beach is just full of sunbathing saurians like a sunny day in Florida with gators? Fuck yeah. Exactly. Pick your poison. So, where you headed to? Assembly. Same as you, I'd imagine. Right? No, I'm skipping out. I'm doing my own thing. Why? 'Cause that's a lot of time to do shit in. I was doing it like anything else besides watching. Literally anything else besides watching Mims and Fang's bro bomb jokes on stage. What? He pauses, tapping a clutch tip against his chin for a moment. Actually, that does sound kind of funny. Shame about the whole news about the dances and clubs and stuff between it all. Yeah, I gotta go find a seat before it starts searing. Wait, hold on. Alright, so like, you want to come with me? I've been meaning to talk to you. Anon, I have to give you shit for the misgendering. I'm sorry. You will be judged by the gay agenda as unworthy. Unless you give me a kiss. A big fat wet smooch. To prove your gay-mosexuality in front of the court of law. There's no tension, honoring hostility in his face. But I can already tell this is going to be about the shit with Fang again. I was hoping the Nasser dude, that's not how you do and or. I think this guy just doesn't understand how slashes work. Clear it up with the both of them, but I suppose I can't escape this. Getting a lecture about Vaith again, this fucking pisses me off. Pronouns twice in the span of 24 hours really isn't my interest. And again, he's not wrong. Even if I spend it all on my phone, that assembly is going to be boring as hell. And I also doubt I'm going to be able to escape this conversation entirely. Even if I don't get it over now, I'll probably just come back up during math. Ha. Yay. I can't believe Anon made out with the dinosaur guy just to prove that he wasn't gay. I mean, was extremely gay. The gayest of homosexuals. And there are no parks here, damn. Get distracted by all the wrong things again. No. Oh shit! Someone cleared that message. Neat. Hello, Mo. It's Scary Dave! Man, the gang is all here. I put my little hands in my little sides. The gang is all here. I say, looking into the mirror, and it's just me in the room. Won't they notice I'm missing? I'm kind of the only human here. I'm not exactly easy to miss. Dude, there's like a million other people here. They never take in roll call for these things, like ever. They won't come looking for you. Damn it! He's throwing my own reasoning back in my face! Fair point. Fine, lead the way. Killer. Anyway, they begin to walk. Are they gonna go to the roof? Cause Reed like roofs? Are they gonna have to fucking read life's roofs talk? Listen, I'm all for, like, repeating character points and traits, but if you're just gonna fucking copy the conversation, I get mad. Like, that conversation is very much between him and Fang. Where in the world are we going? Carmen San Diego? No! Best spot in the school. Did he take me to the fucking roof? Why is there no suicide fence here? I can jump off of this and crack my neck! Can't rooftop talk, I couldn't find a ladder. Yeah, they're just on the fucking roof. The gang together, and Scary Dave brought links. He has blessed us. We have been baby blessed. Much of my surprise, I met with a few that left me speechless. I'd like to point out that the Volcano High school buildings are like 2-3 stories high. They're not that tall. The roof is surrounded by a waste barrier, which is really kind of fucking weird, but it's perfect for if you ever get involved in a fight with a locust. There's a generator on the roof of the entry. Jesus, man. There's a rooftop generator for what? Lighting the goddamn spotlight for the helicopter? Still taller than me. Oh, this is a... I think there's like 2 different rooftops, but yeah, there is one where they have like the big plant house and stuff. Colorful flowers and ferns of each variety, plus rows of produce. Because I see is a huge cactus with pink flowers twice that height. It's a handful of iron-flamed glass greenhouses as well. Unlike those stone greenhouses made of stone. Fuck if I know. Like, I know some greenhouses can be made out of, like, plastics, but, why would you make those out of iron frames if it wasn't glass? The greenery is impressive, but also breathtaking is the view. Since when does Anon give a shit about views? Like, I know he's somewhat impressed in Volcano High, but in Snook Game, but that's somewhat... I don't know, man. Rocket Stone, we're gonna mine ourselves this stone greenhouse. It's upside full Caldera space, spills out in every direction. I'd like to point out that Caldera Base seems to include a bunch of office buildings in the distance. Again, sky is beautiful. And for fuck's sake, stop looking at the clouds like a fucking nerd. I've never seen so much green in one place in my entire life. And I've eaten cabbage. Knew you'd like it. This is kind of my happy place. Me and the gang come here all the time. But it's becoming more than just a hangout spot. You've jammed the door with a thick textbook. Dude, this rooftop is meant for student access. I don't think they just walk it out of nowhere. Remember, several class projects take place up here. What if the reason that Trish and Rosa have their thing up here is because they had the backgrounds? Still couldn't find the ladder. Man, if you're too short for a waist-high wall, I don't think you could climb any normal ladder without a lot of struggle. But enough about me. What's up? What? Reed, you're supposed to tell me about the gay agenda. I was prepared to kiss you to prove my innocence in a court of law. And Reed is just like, dude, I have a boyfriend? Hello? I'm already seeing someone? Question mark? The Velociraptor, because everyone just fucking loves showing that off. Or at least that's what I think these guys are called. Chuckles slightly more before pulling something out of his pocket. It's a cigarette! It's not even a marijuana cigarette! The paper that envelops his pocket was suddenly crumpled up due to its extended stay in Reed's skin-tight jeans. Look at that ass! I was asking how you've been doing so far, man. You seemed pretty on edge yesterday. I mean, I get it, your first day and all, but I want to make sure I wasn't misreading things. I want to talk about yesterday. I've only been in the building for 20 minutes before it. I don't know. Oh, we need something a bit more chill than this. No, this doesn't work. Hold on, I need to find a good... It's got to be a slightly more mellow track that's just kind of floaty. You know what? Fuck it. Let's pull out a different soundtrack for this. I don't know Night in the Woods very well. Let's just pull up something from Hyper Light Drifter. Might as well. Man, we're tripping on the rooftop. So you realize yesterday, I mean, I get it's your first day now, I'll make sure you're not missing things. What? First of all, this is the first time I've heard him say a single sentence without using the words bro or dude. Secondly, why the hell would he care? Freak, shut up! I was here to kiss a man, and I will! There, I'm not gay. I mean, it's pretty nice of him to give a shit at least, but considering that up until now, the only time we've talked was right before I ratted out his friend for being on their phone, it just seems weird. Are you not mad? I'm a snitch, a narc. Shouldn't you be out to kill me? Jesus, what is this fucking cat? Oh, hold up, something's happening here. The fuck is Hightail? Reed, did you at least have the socks on? It's not gay if he's got the socks on. I know the rules. I know the gay agenda, inside out. Reed's hand was going for a lot of stops and look at me. Huh? What's there to be mad about? What's there to be mad about? As far as I know, he didn't do anything to piss me off. I try to hear if he's being sarcastic, but I'm a fucking autistic idiot, so of course I detect nothing. What the hell was I expecting? It wasn't really upset in the slightest. Oh, he's great at masking it. This is already not going how I expected it. Reed, get mad at me, please! I'm an artist and I can't handle the fact that you're being reasonable! I bet Hightail no, not the butt sex! Dude, I forgot what the fucking Hightail discourse was about. Oh, the Minecraft game. Why is someone mad about that? I thought that was doing alright. Isn't a slut in the slightest, or he's great at masking it. Man, that is not a tobacco cigarette. That is a marijuana cigarette. He is full of tetrahydrocannabinol. I know it. I can feel it with my tummy. He's giving me a tummy ache. I saw a man compress 9 grilled cheese sandwiches into one. And he took one bite and he went, "Ugh!" Whoever keeps greenlighting these posts, if I get into trouble, it's on you. Oh, the other end. Hey, one. I know because he's me. I don't like the song very much. Let's go for Wisdom's Tragedy. This is not anticipated. The offer to talk seems genuine. I've only known this guy for a day. Better keep things close to my chest. One might say in my chest of drawers, inside of a thing that might resemble a closet. Alan, for fuck's sake, I'm not here to have sex with you. I just feel we could clear up everything. If I prove I'm not gay. Never mind. Anyway. Never mind. Anyway, I'm fine, really. The spot is nice. I can kill myself if this conversation gets too awkward. Seriously. I know. It was a subtle way to change topics. And she just shrugged. Oh, whatever you say, bro. I see Reed's hand enter my vision. He's holding something right under my nose. Go on, dude. Take it. I got plenty. He was offering me a cigarette. Because this is lame Reed's going, no! Alan, do not join the D&D! That's code phrase for dicks and dykes! We all know what that means! More like wizards of the post as in post-sanity. Oh, I'm very clever. Listen, I got more. Please attend my tour. I sold 2 tickets. I'm very deep in a hole. Not in that one. I saw him grab the cigarette stick and pop it to my lips. You a first-timer? No. Sweet. Don't need to teach you then. That's nice. Normally I have to teach people how not to choke themselves to death on the smoke. He hands me his light. Also, this implies that Reed is just perfectly timed making people addicted to cigarettes. Listen, I'm okay with fucking Reed sharing cigarettes, but when he shares the cigarette with Fang, it is implied that Fang used to smoke. Reed offering a cigarette to someone he doesn't know smoke and is like perfectly content giving someone a fucking bad habit. That is not Reed. He should ask first. God. Like, I know it's a broad offer, but I feel like he'd be a bit more conscious of that. No blunt rotation. I don't even get to indirectly kiss his lips. Anon, you're missing the fuck out. You are not good at this gay stuff. You're a bad gay homosexual. How are you gonna infiltrate the gay agenda like this? He hands me his lighter before resting his arms on his torso. I look back at the cigarette in my hand before sighing. What the fuck am I doing up here? After I take the first hit. Oh shit, this is dinosaur cigarettes. Ugh. Yep, that feels still contact. Still tastes awful as I remember. Jesus, why does everyone fucking have menthols? Every goddamn person! As I exhale the smoke, leave with a prickled skin. Yeah, that's the mellow. Rita's looking at me again. You took my roofied cigarette, you idiot. The green spy in the base. It's not just looking at me or in my direction. Why are you calling Reed an it? What's wrong with you? It's a look. Why does everyone give me that look? Is it pity? Am I sexy? Am I hot? Damn. I didn't know this is what it feels like to be sexy. I'm now too sexy for my shirt. Anna, could you please put your shirt back on? No. Flinch a little as Reed chuckles. Did you say you're alright and all? But you don't play the part. It's like you're constantly expecting someone to jump you. I tried to shoot back with something, anything really, but I couldn't find it. After all, Reed was right. Fang, shall I offer you these authentic dinosaur tobackies I got from Trish's hood? Oh. After all, Reed was right. Dude, can we just have the fucking conversation? Stop it with the fucking thinking really hard. Talk! For fuck's sake, does it kill you motherfuckers writing these fanfictions to just talk? Jesus! Every fucking time, these characters don't talk. They just sit there and they stare at each other as Anon, or whoever the fuck, thinks for an hour. After all, Reed was right. It's a condition my past couple of weeks rock bottom taught me. Pretty sure it's always spelled too. Doesn't matter how much you try to blend in. After people forget you exist, someone would remember to make it his goal to make every day of school as unbearable as possible. Didn't go away. Someone always remembered. We smoking that Fugburger Deluxe Millionaire Scratch like a Skunk Bubba Kush. Man, that's a hell of a name. Meteor Anon turns into Thinko. Get this Thinko out here! And this time it's not even a joke. I know it's not the same here, but what the fuck am I supposed to think when this place doesn't feel right for me either? Everyone here is so goddamn sexy. Everyone talks like they have a stick up their ass. I mean, if you're used to more liberal talk, then yes. The idea of telling someone to shut the fuck up, being this massive faux pas, will get you off guard. It happened in that chat I mentioned that exploded. I'm like, what the fuck? Be an adult. God damn, you're not 12. The whole pronoun horseshit is just the cherry on top. I felt like that was the only part you were really mad about, but hey. As I take another drag from the cigarette, I start to feel my body becoming less tense. Reed leans forward and... Holy fucking shit, man. You've already mentioned the decreasing tension. I get what you're going for. Why don't you describe it as like, I feel my body loosening up a little more, you know? Imply that this is a continued process. Reed leans forward towards the ceiling and end up joining in, blah, 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 blah. They are two sexy guys sexily smoking on the fucking edge of the roof. Just fucking kiss already. Anna, let's read the asteroid news. Also, it's worth pointing out that the entire LNL thing is primarily so that Reed can explore his feelings about the end of the world and how he's fucking depressed about it. So, yeah. I shouldn't be surprised he brought it up, but part of me feels that space rock is... Part of me feels annoyed that space rock is rearing its ugly head up again. It's everywhere. You're on your phone, Bingus! If you were down there... Ugh. Even up here, separated from the rest of school, I can't escape it. I like the implication that you already think that school is going to be about that and nothing else. What is food and how does it impact your business? Well, Anon, you see, that's how the gamosexuals make you gay without you knowing. You'll be dating something that you think is a girl, and then surprise, surprise, you like penises all of a sudden. It's a nasty little trick. I've been told that the proper term is gynomorph. Or it's a politer term for the modern age. And all I can say is that sounds like a stupid robot. Gynomorph. Be careful, Anon, or I will deploy my army of gynomorphs and andromorphs with the most powerful weapons mankind has ever seen. Plasma blasters, rocket launchers, jetpacks. Anyway, it's going to be a nothing burger. Nothing burger? Yeah, a nothing burger. Tiny blip on the radar that the media is inflated out of proportions to make headlines. Typical fear-mongering journal bullshit. No one's gonna remember this by the end of the week. In a couple of months, they'll pull out a report where it passes a few million fucking miles and it'll never be mentioned again. Nothing ever happens. Except for the fact that I've been relentlessly bullied because I got doxxed and then I moved to a whole separate fucking town. So clearly stuff does happen. I'm just a fucking weirdo about it. Nothing ever changes. War. Great. My streaming tab crashed because for some reason YouTube... Any tab with YouTube on it just crashes sometimes. Anon becomes a chud. I don't know what that means for him as a person, and I'm afraid to ask. At this point, I'm just afraid to ask. Also, when did it fucking turn off my timestamps? Oh my god, YouTube, the timestamps aren't even 24-hour format. Blech. Well, it's 3:40 p.m. Give me 15:40. I mean... I see your point, kinda. So I tend to look at stuff. Out of my control. No reason to worry about it, but... It just feels different, dude. I don't know, I just got this feeling. And I can't shake it. Ewan turns into Chud the Builder. Chud is apparently another term for loser. Man, kids these days. You're anxious, Reed. That's what the reporters want you to be. So you'll buy their shitty newspapers. Maybe. But, I mean, like... The internet, the new paper, the power outages. They sell nothing, you know. If it was some random rock, that'd be one thing, but it's just barely visible to us now, and it's hitting us that hard already. Sun flares do that all the time. It'll pass! But he doesn't respond at first. He takes a drag from his tobacco cigarette and lets out a quiet huff. I hope so. Everything just feels different now. Are you telling me? I moved 10,000 miles, man! Silence drifts between us again. Get out of here. Reed taps a claw tip along the steel of the railing, earning a soft report? Report? Report! Hold up. Wiktionary, please clarify. To relate details, to repeat, or to retell. That is a fucking weird way to use it, though. To notify someone, to make a formal statement, to show up or appear at a point in time, to write news, to be accountable to a subordinate, to return to matter present, to take minutes off, to refer, to return, repeat as a sound or an echo. Ambitransitive? Ambitransitive? Now the fucking verbs are gay? Obsolete and rare. Coming from 1627 by Francis Bacon. This motherfucker talking like he's from the 17th century. What a weirdo. It kind of puts everything in perspective for me, actually. Got me thinking all morning. About what? How do I put this? You ever feel like you spent your life worrying about the wrong stuff? What do you mean? I got doxed, Reed! Reed snuffs out the rest of the tobacco cigarette. And the reason I keep pointing that out is that the game had to change it from weed to tobacco, and I'm just gonna be a prick about it. He tosses the filter at the small waste bin near some plants, lighting another one he continues. Thank you for being so conscious of littering, Reed. Look at all the stuff that other people had planned for their future, and then you look at what you do with your life and just think, man, isn't that pathetic? It's almost like all of my friends want to do something big when they get out of here. This is what they want, man. They want the dictionary gay, they want the people gay, they want the fucking frogs gay. Why are we making the frogs gay if they won't kiss me? What's the use? What benefit is there to gay frogs that I can't make out with? Wasted effort. Naomi, for example. She wants to go to med school, become a doctor or something. I don't get the brains for that kind of stuff. And there's Trish. I don't know if you know her, but she wants to become an entomologist. Bug scientist, whole research. I don't have patience or the discipline for that. I would say patient. Why the fuck does he use a big word like discipline? Fuck you, Reed. You do not use that word. He's too chill. He's too relaxed. He doesn't. Big words are for big boys. He takes a very long drag from his tobacco cigarette before finishing. Well, then there's Fang. Rather big with worm drama. What the fuck is worm drama? What, like bug poetry? The confusion must have made it to my face because I refuse to fucking talk! Worm drama's a band. Our band. Me, them, and Trish. We've been playing since we were like middle schoolers. We've been with it in the long haul for a few years now, but recently stuff's gotten kinda... It's not important, I'm not gonna bore you with it. Band's Fang's dream though, like becoming a doctor is Naomi, reading all about bugs all day is Trish. You see, they make the protein out of the frogs to turn the gym goers into... What the fuck, man? Why can't they just... It's like these conspiracies are always so goofy. They're always so complicated. It's like, bitch, just offer them steroids and make it frog gay serum. They'll take it. They're stupid. Have you heard of the ticks that make you not eat red meat? That's just that's terrifying, man. I think. I don't know. The point is I'm trying to get at. It feels like everyone around me has a clear goal, something they're working up towards. I just don't, I guess. I was fine with that for a while, because it just didn't matter, but now, I can't help but wonder if I've spun my wheels doing nothing worth anything. I barely know the dude, and he's already laying himself out. Reed, we're not dating. You can't just drop your tragic backstory on someone and expect him to fucking make out. I'm here to make out to prove I'm not part of the gay agenda. Or whatever. Listen, I forgot the B-plot I walked in here with. I couldn't think of anything to say. Why are we having a rooftop scene day 3? Chapter 3, man. Come on. He responds by jamming his tobacco cigarette towards me now. And to be real with you, Anon, I get the feeling you're the same. Reed, can you not fucking psychoanalyze people who are new to school? That's rude. I think he just called me a loser. I start to scowl at him and shake his head. Your own words, man. Remember what you told Trevorvich yesterday? You got no idea what you want to do once you're out of here. Hopefully Anon calls out the stupid things that happened, like how meeting your stalker at a dark alley is a bad idea, or where Trish tells Fong she wants to do bugs, and later say it again. Yeah, I would love it if Anon's like, could you guys like calm the fuck down for 5 minutes? I'm slowly suffering an emotional breakdown, and you guys are messy about nothing. Clear about the soup? Man, I can't stop thinking about soup. I mean, I'll give this much, right? At the very least, we're getting to some of the game's meat, the fix early meat, you know? We're not fucking delaying. My mouth immediately shuts. Relax. See, there it is again. Look like I'm about to mess you up. It's hard to explain. It's nothing major. Just, I'm gonna guess something bad happened to you. Between the head and the headlight stuff and the fact you moved all the way down here by yourself, something must have gone down. It'd be funny if Fong and Anon in unison told Numa to shut up at the beach. Why the fuck is he there, though? Oh, no, you're talking about the other beach. I was thinking about I was thinking about the beach date you can have with Naomi. I'm sorry. I was like, why would Anon be there during Naomi and Fang's date? Naomi, why did you bring him? What is he doing here? Yeah, it makes more sense at the campfire scene. Sorry. That is such a stupid mistake. Oh, my heart is trembling again. Be still, my heart. He's too handsome. Shit. Oh no, do I still, I lost it. I lost the fucking picture where he's like, he's so handsome. I see here, he lost. What is this lost sassy child doing here? How do you know I'm living by myself? His bro friend mentioned to me yesterday. Who? Sage? You said him and Leo are your partners in Omek, right? Numer, pretty gay for that ambiguity. God damn it. I love increasingly complicated ways of adding ussy to things. Yes, I lost Go Little Dude Go. I'm sorry. I lost the perfect anal. I'm sorry, okay? I've cursed the timeline. Of course, the only two people who seem genuinely friendly just started fucking gossiping about me 24... Like, it's not even been a fucking day. These people met up and they just started gossiping about him. Ugh. Oh, that sucks. No trust. No trust. Yeah. Right. I clear my throat, trying to lower the spur gout. The spur gout. I would recommend putting a hyphen there, buddy. So I can sense building inside of me. I need to chill out. You're smoking. Just smoke. I also need to get off this fucking subject. You're not going to let it go without some kind of answer. Look, I'd just rather not talk about this. Can we just talk about the fact I'm in the closet and my dad used to beat me to death? What? Got him. A little lie to get him off my track. That'll teach you, L. Dude, Wait, are you quoting Death Note? Dude. For your failure providing the image you were hereby... Oh, no! But... How could you do that to me? Don't you know? Don't you fucking know? Don't you... Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Today is fine day. In California. Huh?
How did you know? Take him to Los Angeles! Also, this moment is so sensual. I keep joking that they're gonna kiss, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Reed just makes the fuck out with Anon. The moment's set. Anon, what you need is some liberation. No, not California. Ugh. Look at this tiny net that I just found. I'm not trying to, like, interrogate you. I just get the feeling that you don't feel like you fit in anywhere in this school, and I just want to help, I guess. Can't blame you if you do. Shit, man, we're not even the same species. Why? Well, you're a human and I'm a dinosaur. Why would you want to help me? You don't even know me, dude. I showed up like 24 fucking hours ago. Not only did you gossip about me, you already... Just kiss already, Reed. Just kiss already. I've been in your shoe for a long time, bro. No, he hasn't. You get what it's like to feel like you don't belong. Being on the outside. Listen, I know that Reed is weird about the L&L stuff, but it is not implied that Reed is an outcast of the school. Just that he can't get his hobby with people. And on the other hand, is like an outcast of the whole society, which is different. Reed eats out Anon, you decide which meaning. Considering he's a dinosaur, I imagine he just takes a big old bite out of his shoulder. And Anon just doesn't get it. He just doesn't get Vor. It sucks, but I learned to deal. Can only imagine the type of shit you're probably experiencing, though. Reed, shut up. It sucks. Having others around makes it... We're 3 chapters in, and we're already getting to resolutions? Ew. Ew. I don't reply to him for a time. I lean against the railing slowly, slumping against it. Sun feels warm on my back. The ocean went... Jesus fucking Christ, what a... Holy sentence fragments. Safi busts down the door. Now you kiss you two, or you get no go, little dude go. I'm depriving them of vital nutrients. I feel out of place. Why am I having a rooftop scene 3 chapters in, Reed? It's way too early. We've barely done setting shit up. Although I guess this plot might not be about that. Like, I understand if Anon's legitimately panicked about the asteroid, but he's not that worried about it. I just want to get comfortable and into a routine. But everyone right now seems dead set to make sure I get... It's been 2 days! This is what I talk about with how many fucking fics don't have enough time for things to make sense. 16, looking over to it like it's The Sims. The clouds, like my hands are poking through the clouds and pulling them apart, and you see my giant eyeball, I'm like, just kiss you two! Smooch! I grab him by the shoulders and I rub them together. Curse! I feel like a fucking exhibit at the zoo. People keep gawking and prodding and asking me shit like, how's your day? What's your name? Which way to the toilets? I'll go to take a drag of my tobacco cigarette, only to realize it's spent, groaning a toss in the same bin as Reed, because I also do not pollute. You mind if I... Oh, I get another one. The latest wave of nicotine-based relaxation lets my words slip again. Just fucking drink some booze, buddy. It hasn't been all bad. It's only been one fucking day, and somehow making all these conclusions anyway. I got offered a cookie, phone numbers, a ride home, people seem friendly, you, Sage, Leo, even Naomi, kinda. Kinda. I mean, she seems chill, but when she pulled that lecturing me over pronoun shit, like it was any of my fucking business. I apologize, so I hope she'll let it go, but still. Off topic, I swear at this rate, I'll one day put the Snookcast in The Sims 4. Careful there, buddy. That's a slippery slope. Take a drag from my tobacco-based cigarette. Do not fear, it is not filled with marijuana. There is no Mary Jane. This is not a roach. Yeah, sounds like Naomi. Don't be too hard on her, man. She's got a lot on her plate right now, like the most of us. Besides, she's just looking out for Fang. Is that why you thought I was pissed at you? The stuff that happened yesterday? I nod. I mean, gonna be honest, the phone thing, it's a big move. I'm sorry, Anon. I can't let you be a narc. Blam, blam. No hostility in his voice, but I can't help but wince. As for mislabeling? I'm sorry, Fang. I'm sorry for not calling you a goth girlfriend. I'm sorry. I said you were a poser. Not exactly fair to treat you like a bad guy over it. You just met them. You couldn't have known. Mistakes happen. I just think the first screw up in the general vibe of the moment just, made it worse. Also, Fang is in the kind of position where they would interpret things more negatively. Same goes for Naomi to an extent. There's no MJ, but it's... Get your... Anon, would you like this crack cocaine cigarette? I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it sure wasn't that. Another fucking lecture. Another fucking libstard rant about how we need to respect attack helicopter's chosen identity. General hostility. Not this. I'm beginning to lose track of how many times... Oh, wait. Okay, so for once, fuck you. You're setting up a transgression, which means that the next sentence is... fuck you. The way this is supposed to be set up is... I'm not sure what I was expecting. Another lecture. Some lip-shit rant. But not this. This isn't set up properly at all. This is not a good execution of flow. I'm beginning to lose track of how many times this guy has surprised me. It's easy to talk to compared to some of the dipshits I've had to deal with up until now. Be glad your mumble isn't so bad, buddy, because he would be taking you out at this point. He's not over the top or rich and isn't a massive boy like Naomi either. He's just kind of normal. Reed, you would tell me if you were gay, right? You have to tell me. Thanks, man. Nothing to thank me for, bro. Just keep that stuff in mind for the future. You were saying, though? Yeah, like I said, people seem alright so far. I don't know if it's them genuinely being nice or because of the novelty I am, the human in town. Can I be honest, Anna? I wouldn't worry about it too much. My guess, you're just used to being judged and bracing for it. Thing is, we're all too busy dealing with our own shit to judge other people. So really, I think this thing is going to be a good change of pace for you. His words ring in my brain like an echo. You mean like a report? Before I can say anything back, Reed puts out a second tobacco cigarette. He snickers quietly as he tosses the filter. God, listen to me, man. Probably was way too sappy. You know what I mean, right? Just think on it, okay? Listen, I cannot get these guys right because they are actual fucking voice actors. Whatever. I shrug only to realize that my tobacco cigarette has already burnt down too far. This idiot has wasted 2 smokes. If I try to get another hit on that, I'd probably get a lungful of burnt filter. Reed glances towards his phone as I snub the light and dispose of it. The light? I turn back and look at him, only to find Reed offering me his fist. Listen, you do know that the Goodbye Volcano High engine is so shit they do not do fist bumps, right? It's good to hang out with you up here, Anon. You're good smoke, bro. I just can't help it. The way he's grinning, the way Till whacks behind him like he's some kind of puppy, baits a chuckle out of me. Better than the assembly by a long shot. For sure. You seem like a good dude. I honestly think you just need to relax a little. Just give it some time. Things will settle. I bump knuckles with him. His pull-off fist away, raises his opposite claw, he presents with his phone, show me some weird QR code. Here's my contact info in case you ever want to hang out. I'm not busy most of the week. Fuck it! He seems nice. Pull out my phone and scan the code. My screen cycles around for him before it automatically generates a fully filled contact of him, profile picture and all. Okay, listen, I can understand contact information, but a QR code is not that dense with information. It's fairly, like, meant to be error-proof more than anything. That's like 2 phone numbers in the span of 2 days. I'm saying, unless it's like the link to the profile picture or something like that, or the profile picture is pulled from somewhere else. The QR code does not contain the picture, unless it's really small. I'm setting a new personal record. As I stare at the new contact on my screen, I can't help but notice something. The profile picture looks familiar. Is that a warlock sigil? Sorry, I had to cut the recording there. We got to start this off with some tense music on the next one. So if you'll give me a moment. Question: if Anon takes Numer's place as the stalker, how would Fong react? We'll get to that in 5 seconds once I got this fucking tense music on. Where is it? Anxious? No, I need something tense. You know what? Let's go for the old OST. I don't pull it up often because it just gives me so much fucking shit to work with. But sadist? There we go. Is that a warlock sigil? Instead, my heart stops. Fuck! DEFCON level 2! Power level inadvertently revealed! Brace for imminent pasta meltdown! Reed's face slips for a second, before he snaps his muzzle in my directions. His eyes have a new light in them. Oh no. It's smooching time! Dude, you know about L&L? The sirens are still sounding in my head at full bore! Unlike before, Reed's less keen to pick up on my apparent nerves. He looks giddy! I've seen some of your snoots about some shorts. Do you play or something? Do I play? Dude, I preview L&L. I've been DMing campaigns for like years now. I've got that. Okay, tune out! The rant, eager as it is facing the white noise, I try not to suffer a mental overload of nerd shit. Of all the things I possibly could have pecked this motherfucker for, tabletop role-playing is not one of them. He continues to be an enigma. All he continues rambling on my mind drifts to that contact info. It's a little silly to think that my middle school days will come back to haunt me like that, but I recognize that class symbol from anywhere. Hold up. What do you mean class symbol? Does D&D Beyond have like little class sigils? I didn't know that. I just have my totally legally acquired book. Maybe those have sigils in them. Hold on, let's pull up the PHP. One moment. We can answer that question while we're at it. I'm so high-pitched, the mic isn't picking me up! That's how you know I'm doing it right. I'm sorry, though. I'm sorry. But it cannot be helped. Because... oh, yeah, it does. Is that it? Oh, yeah, shit! Yeah, there are, like, little symbols in the corners of the pages. That's fucking awesome. Neat. I didn't notice that. Warlock fans when the war opener walks in. If Anon takes Numer's place as the stalker, how would Fong react? I think the one thing Numer has going for her is that Naomi, like, knows Fang. Sure, hanging out in the periphery, but hanging out enough that I think Naomi, you know, is a bit more tolerated when it comes out. The Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. I love casting spells. Come on, gang. Let's cast spells together and dance into the sunset. Anyway, Anon's having the fucking freak out moment because he's a big dork. Also, can I... I'm sorry, man. I have to stop the spooky scare music. I want to point something out. I don't like the idea that Anon knows D&D. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to be a bit meh on Anon liking D&D? Because I get that Anon's a big dork, right? I get that he's a big fucking dork. I'm a little less enthused that the man is a big dork in the sense that he plays D&D or knows D&D that well. It's not that I have anything against Dungeons and Dragons, okay? That's not my problem. My problem is that Anon is a video game dork and an anime dork. Making him a D&D dork on top of everything else doesn't work for me. It's a little too much. Hold up, I need to remind you of this adorable sticker that I like a lot. No, fucking paste the... There. Go there. What do you mean nothing matches? It says all... Show me all files. You fucking bingus. This is Anon. Big dork. I love this sticker. It's so good. Here lies Big Dork. Anon strikes me more as a weeb than a TTRPG simp. That's what I mean. I'm fine with the idea that Anon knows about D&D. Like, it's a fairly big concept. The problem is D&D is extremely mainstream these days. It is far more mainstream than it ever was. And Anon is a niche weirdo. Like, I get that Rock Ring is a bit mainstream. Fair. But he does like things like Saturnia, which are a bit more out there, you know? Like, I don't know. He's already mentioned that he plays Rock Ring, and I'm pretty sure his nerd, like, weeaboo stuff is why he got ousted, so giving him D&D gives him a few too many hobbies. Most weeb shit like those game isekais have TTRPG elements, yeah. D&D is now fake and gay. See, you get it. That's where the frogs are. While the raptor continues rambling on, my mind drifts back to that contact info. It's a little silly to think my middle schoolers are going to harm me like this, but I recognize that class symbol anyway. So you can totally join us if you will feel like it, Ada. Just as that to listen to me and feel a hole into my stomach. Dear God, no. Anything but that. Anything but having a fun time with friends. I'll get back to you on that, okay? Just fucking kiss him already, Anon. You know you want to make out with him. You know that he's a sexy nerd like you. Just kiss on the roof! Fuck! Why is this fix so cowardly? Oh, shit. Damn. He gives me a pair of finger guns. Just as a... We can't do finger guns, Anon. The engine's too shit. As a distant thrum of the bell interrupts us. It's probably our sign to get back downstairs before we get caught up here. Reed's phone sends out a notification, pulling my attention back to the raptor. He glances down before looking back at me. Sweet. It's been cool up here, but let's bounce. Naomi told we gotta be in homeroom in a few minutes. I thought we only had homeroom once a week. It is, but having a special session or something? I don't know. I shrug back and begin to follow him towards the entryway of the rooftop. Move across the rooftop, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I think that actually happens in the game, right? Like, they're for some reason back with homeroom the next day. At least I remember they're with, They're talking to Miss Roberts about it fairly early on afterwards. They're there the rooftop scene after that, so when the fuck does Miss Roberts show up about this? I noticed she has a conversation where she tells people to calm the fuck down, but maybe that's later. Maybe the author's shifting things around and I'm getting confused. This engine is too shit. Quick read, sell your required substances. We need Operation 5. It seems to me like if Anon joins the gang shit LNL, he can make a group paladin that's way too based and end up TPKing them. I think the big problem with... Like, I think the big thing that would stop Anon from doing this, even if he is an LNL dork, is that Anon knows that if he hangs out with a bunch of woke libtards for too long, he will slip, and he will get caught, and they will beat the shit out of him. Like, sure, Anon would love to play the game that he likes, but not with these people. Maybe with Reed. Solo. But not like, the person he insulted and everyone else, right? Like, I think Naomi would already be, like, at the cusp. Because he's doing it with girls. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. How do I explain this? For the record, who is in the fucking LNL group again? We have Rosa, woman. Fang, non-binary. We have Sage, guy. We have Reed, GM doesn't count. We have Naomi, girl. We have Nasser, guy. The group is fairly evenly split on guys versus gals. And if you're one of those fucking weirdos who says, no, their gender identity doesn't matter, it doesn't change all that much. There's a lot of girls in there, is the point. There's a lot of tits in the room. Which is to say, I don't think a nerd like Anon, who has been taught all his life to be afraid of his nerdy hobbies, and that it's all a man's thing. It's a man hobby for guys. There are no girls here. There's no cooties. He would explode at the sight of that group. It would shatter his worldview and make him vomit. Anyway, they're going to homeroom. Welcome to the homeroom shop. Flying close to them, should let myself go. Man, those cigarettes did me in. What would happen if I drank a beer? I'd kiss him. Oh. Reed's too insightful for his own good, freakishly so. Maybe. It might be a problem in the future. If I want to keep being a fly on the wall, I need to avoid bullshit like this. For some reason, part of me doesn't feel too bad for it. I almost feel a bit of relief when I let off my chest. He was also pretty open about his problems, so I guess it's only fair. Need to keep a tighter lid on my thoughts going forward. As for that offer, hard pass. I'd rather die than relive my days as a pimple-ridden, sweaty LNL nerd. A shudder at the memories. My monologue is cut short as I accidentally bump into Reed. He's kneeling down, collecting the book he used to keep the door shut. Also, we're having another conversation? I mutter an apology. Reed doesn't respond as he stands back up and looks at me, prop in the doorway now with a shoe. Reed, don't put your shoe there, and it's going to kick the door, and you're going to hurt your foot. Hey, and what we spoke about with Naomi and stuff? Do you really mean you apologized? There it is. I fucking knew this was going to come up again, right as we're in front of the door. We must make sure that the icky oxygen thieves known as girls do not enter our hollowed spaces. Girls could never understand being sexist to women. They couldn't. They can't understand. I mean, Joanne Rowling does. She does. She's a cool girl because she wants to ruin the lives of women. But all the other women, they're cooties. They're full of cooties. We can't let them in. Listen, if you're a woman and you don't want to set another woman on fire, we don't know if you're a good fit for our D&D group. We set fire to witches every week. They yucky. Ugh. They always smell nice. They clean themselves. They make me feel bad about the fact that I haven't bathed in a year. Yeah. It's gonna fucking come up again. Too smooth, too good to be true. Yeah, I meant it. I just want this whole thing to be let go off already. Like you said, I couldn't have known it was an honest mistake on my part. Reed nods and leans in and puts a claw on my shoulder. You should probably apologize to Faye in class. I push his hand away as the scoff leaves my mouth. I already did. I apologized twice. Just give it a rest already. Sure, you apologized to Nasser and Naomi, but Fang is the one you slipped up with, bro. If they're gonna know you meant it, just say it to their face. You know. You can't be fucking serious. I frown, but he just presses on. Besides, pronoun or not, you do own them for the whole phone thing. It's kind of a dick move to be a narc. I wish Trish was here so she could call him out on being a narc. Fine, I'll apologize to her. I'll apologize to them after class. Just promise me that I don't need to keep hearing about this shit afterwards. It's a deal, bro. He turns and nudges the door open and is like slipping inside. I follow after him. You know, let's do some more Hyperlight Drifter stuff. It's nice background ambience. Once reaches over to bring us back into the third floor, Reed stops us once more. He stiff arms out, a hand on my chest, causing me to grunt. What? Hold up a sec. We can't go just yet. Why? Someone there? Nope. That's exactly why we're chilling. I don't understand. The only way down this hall from this door is the main hall. If you walk out now and the teacher sees us, they'll know we've been up here. Once the guy starts piling down this way to get to their classes, they won't be able to tell the difference. Trust me. I give him a nod, but I can't be asked to press further. A few seconds pass as we both linger in the stairwell. I only cast a faint hint of movement and the sound of numerous voices. Reed nudges his chin upwards as he cracks the door open. I follow him into the hall. There's a stream of scaly bodies flowing towards the various classes down this route. We weave through them, going opposite of the student current. Sure enough, no one bats an eye at us. By the time we're back in the main hallway, there's exactly zero evidence of a little rule break. I turn towards Reed and he flashes me a smirk. Told you, man. You seem to like skulking around. You seem to have skulking. You seem to have skulking around this place down to a science. Yep. Family history of it. Mom did it, bro did it, and I'm following in their footsteps. Gotta carry on the legacy. Why? Cause screw the man. Rules are meant to be broken. And yet you're fucking anal about pronouns. Smack him on the back of the head. I scans as we slip into the stairwell that takes us down to the first floor. I don't think the teachers of your local high school count as the man, Reed. Sure they do, bro. They might be the smallest bud in the branch you used to kick the shit out of us, but authority? Still authority. Don't forget, it's your local high school now, too. Yeah, whatever, man. Why I gotta be a fucking weirdo? This Reed is a communist! That's why half of his conversations are about planned economies and the gulag. Reed rambles a little more about the unfair power dynamics between students at the high school and their teachers. Does he ever do this in the game? And how his little acts of defiance are justified as such. Like, I know he says it, but I always got the impression he was being a bit jokey about it. I mostly tune him out nodding on with the odd aha as we walk. Sounds just like your average pseudo-commie error soy babble to me, but I can't deny that he's passionate about it, at least. He finally lets go when we pass through the door of Roberts' classroom. The serious eyes as both as we walk in. Most seats are already filled, so it looks like we're the last one, despite the sizable head start of everyone else. This wasn't in my head, and he absolutely was moving slow as he ranted at me. Skirting the edge of being late as ever, Reed. And I'm glad you could finally join us as well, Mr. Moose. I sincerely hope you don't intend to make a habit out of this. Naomi gives a wave and a smile to the both of us as we sit at our desks. Fang nods towards Reed before they eye me quietly for a moment. I look back at them, focusing on Roberts instead. Oh, fuck, they had this planned out. The very act of being near them again is enough to trigger a flash of second-hand embarrassment. Who knows, there's something in my gut. I carry my listen, I know that he says them. Oh, no. Yeah, he's talking about them in plural. Okay. Listen, Fang is not good with this shit. I will not let you live it down if he starts talking to Fang properly. Or thinking, at least. He can talk fine. That part's never really the issue. It's his thoughts. His inner, private, most thoughts are sacred. I cram my spaghetti back into my metaphorical posits. Stop being such a fag. If you were a fag, Anon, you would have kissed Reed already. A big, fat, wet, sloppy kiss. You just have to apologize, and then this stupid nothing drama will be dead and gone. Then you can go back to ignoring Bad Brain and everyone else. Mrs. Roberts walks over to the door, closing it shut. She begins to speak. As she walks towards the center of the classroom, her gaze fixed at all of us. The principal wanted the student body to have an impromptu homeroom session following the assembly to clarify certain points brought up during it. She pauses, folding her hands in front of us. Why would she fold her hands in front of you instead of herself? Here's Newport Roberts. Every hag loves him. No. However, it is in my professional experience that this opportunity to speak with you again as a whole... as a whole week... Wait, what? However, it is in my professional opinion that this opportunity to speak with you again as a whole week is better spent on other objectives. As such, I am going to instead... Oh, fuck you. As such, instead, I'm going to say that if you have your questions about what was discussed this morning, I recommend that you speak to our members of the Student Council. We're fortunate that our president is with us in the room at this very moment. Does that sound all right with you, Naomi? Absolutely. If there's anything you guys want to know, just ask me after class, all right? Even if it is stuff unrelated to the assembly, I can help with a lot of things. Excellent, thank you, Naomi. The teacher takes a moment to clear her throat. Okay, listen, all right? If I recall, I'm looking at this, right? Okay, where can I find this fucking scene? So this is them going to school, this is them on the rooftop, this is the assembly, this is after the assembly, this is in the music room, this is Fang back at home, this is Fang with the MIDI transformer, which happens before... That's not that classroom, that's not that classroom. When the fuck does Fang do this? It's gotta be the next week. Yes! Hold up, let me find the scene. Yeah, so in the game, it seems to happen like next week.
For college application.
God, she sounds way more nasal than I remember.
So, why are we even doing this?
So yeah, and then the game,
Well,
it's next
you
week.
might not
Also, it's Reed who brings it the fuck up.
care, but many
What future?
Yeah, it's. I know the author's trying to do something different, but the fact that Roberts never brings it up is kind of important. Like, Roberts does not acknowledge the meteor as a significant threat because, again, as the fucking wiki, the wiki has a really nice quote on this that Mrs. Roberts follows very stringently. There will always be a reason to avoid difficult tasks, and I advise you to desensitize yourself to it, or else you'll never leave this classroom. Her character is not that she's going to vindicate a fucking news broadcast like this. Again, it just doesn't really work for her to bring it up first. There's a reason Reed does it. The guy who is most nervous to the point that his entire fucking D&D campaign starts revolving around it. Hello? Like, Fang doesn't care because Fang is obsessed with the band and everything. Trish doesn't care because Trish is trying to get her future together. Reed has, like, the least future and cares the most because he has an active imagination because he runs a... There's a point to why this happens. Although it makes the most sense that Fang would bring it up because technically it's supposed to be Fang's allegory, but whatever. It kind of shows that it would be Reed who does it, who's most empathic to the situation, so it's the empathic character who brings up that Fang has a fucking... BAM! It works! There's some soft chuckles with the other students. Reed snorts, balling his fist against Sato back laughter. Again, in the game, it's like the next week and Reed is fucked up about this. Roberts looks unfazed. She continues where she left off. Oh, wait. I believe that we are all... Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm getting ahead. I believe it's obvious that we're all aware of what happened, what was discussed in the news last night, as well as this morning. If you weren't before you came here, you certainly are now, after numerous attempts of humor by our wonderful class president. Yes, and the announcement of an astrological event like this, combined with the numerous events of interference we experienced yesterday, can easily be frightening. It can be very easy to fixate on moments like those and obsess over them. I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't. There have been moments of panic and distress throughout your lives prior to now. You're just too young to remember them. During those times, your parents sheltered you from realities of what was happening, of how very real the danger might have been, because children aren't supposed to worry about such things. But you are no longer children's. You are each adults about to pass into the next stage of your life. What you just experienced is the first of many curveballs the world will throw at you. It's something you have no control over, and you'll find many more events like this that will occur in your life where you'll be similarly powerless. War with what fucking countries, Roberts? What countries? Outbreaks of disease, pandemics. That's the same fucking thing! It's easy to give in to despair and work yourself into a rut. Instead, focus on what you can accomplish in the moment. The plus 30 scenes they cut out that they show at the end of the flashbacks. Yeah, that's fucking sucked, man. There's some cute outfits at prom I'm missing. If nothing else, if you absolutely must use moments like these as motivation or a reason to reflect upon yourself and your actions. Reed goes quiet for a moment as she watches our reactions. Most of them is looking back at her, but just out of me, I catch Reed looking at the floor. He looks conflicted. I think back at the rooftop, about him wondering about if you spend your life worrying about the wrong stuff. I chew the inside of my cheek as... Why does he care so much about fucking Reed? I'm gonna chew my cheek. In a way, I think I might have been doing that. Oh, so he's thinking about himself. Not exactly what he likely meant at the moment. Maybe. Both seem to lack a motivation for the future, he was willing to point out. Maybe it's not that I was worrying about over the wrong stuff, but focusing on the wrong stuff. Like the poster tucked away in my apartment closet and all it represents. How different would things be now if I just spent the time pursuing virtually any other interest? I hadn't made those stupid fucking images as some sort of retard wish fulfillment. I wouldn't be here right now, that's for sure. Before I can sink further into myself, Roberts clears her throat. She sighs softly. Why would she clear her throat and then sigh? That's a weird order of operations. Lifting a claw in a dismissive gesture. Remember that? Yeah, I know they rewrote it. I get it. Not to bring up everything about Goodbye Volcano High's development process. Save it for when it's relevant so you have some topics left when we get there. As I always say it. Now, do bear this in mind. I've said all of this because I want to capitalize on the panic some of you may be feeling, in hopes of providing you with the tools on how to effectively dismiss it or harness it. In reality, what happened is a classic fearmongering compared by our journalistic industry. News outlets need clicks, and nothing gets attention like hysteria. If any of you do any kind of research beyond the skimming of the headlines, you will find that this asteroid is barely on our metaphorical radar at this time. If this author is going to go the direction of actually the asteroid isn't the problem at all, and actually goes with that, and we'd never get the full panic outside of people freaking the fuck out over nothing, you know what? I'll give him a point for that. Yes, there is a non-zero chance of collision, just like tens of thousands of other astrological entities that our scientists catalog passing through our solar system each year. Each yet. The only reason this one got noticed is because of its electronic interference, which likely has a perfectly mundane explanation behind us. So likewise, take away from our meeting today to actually look into matters like these. Alarmism can only control you if you allow it. The best weapon against shock advertising, like we are experiencing at this very moment, is an educated reader. So, the problem I have with this is, again, this is kind of where these two universes don't fit. In Goodbye Volcano High, it is clearly a single massive world government. It is not America and then there's France and then there's China. No, it is just one big country because they talk about the communities and everything. There's no like countrywide announcements. It's all done in a very global scale by the feel of it. The bigger problem I have is that it's never implied that this is shock advertisement. It's just people overreacting. Like we don't talk about the actual nature of like the news is doing this to fuck with you, right? It is implied that news agencies do not operate on shock clicks. They operate either independently, like they're state funded directly, or there's no profit motive to them. The problem I have is that with everything that Goodbye Volcano High does, the idea of turning it into a shock campaign by a journalistic industry doesn't work. Like, I get that it's a different universe, but it just grates me that you're using Goodbye Volcano High, but you're taking, like, the characters, but nothing else. While those characters are very much shaped by the world. Like, let me tell you, right? I'm gonna give you something. Do you want to know why I think Fang watches the fucking news? I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to think about why Safi might think that Fang watches the news unprompted late at night. Why does Fang watch the evening news? If I had a little like or something like that, I would play it by now, but there is a reason, and it's not weird or skeptical or funky. What the heck? God dang it. Clear about the soup. The reason I think that Fang, yes, I think that in the Snoot, in not in the Snoot universe, but in the Volcano High universe, people have a stronger sense of civic societal duty. The news isn't fucked up, and people watch the news because you have to keep up to date to be an informed voter. This is a society that has fixed all of those fucking weird ass problems with fucking alt-right grifters stealing all your money or news agencies that exist that justify their existence and pay for their bills by being fucked up. It's a place where you are an informed voter and you will watch the news and you will be a good person about it. That's why Fang watches the fucking news. If you take this away, like again, the characters are ported into a universe that can't birth them. This is not a world where people like Fang can be born and raised. This fucking fic assumes that Anon and Fang can exist in the same country like this, at this scale, and there's no fucking questions, right? It doesn't want to have the discussion of how a world building and lore is responsible for the nature and nurture of characters. And that makes me mad. Anyway. Like, the minimum you have to do is imply that at least the human communities are like this. Then in the human communities, the dinosaur-owned news isn't trusted as much because it's all dinosaurs talking about dinosaur things. It's fine. That's all you really have to do. But you can't just have Anon be like he's from Earth. Pangea is not Earth. Yes, I actually like the idea that Anon moves from Snoot to Goodbye Volcano High because it makes him fucked up and wrong in the funniest ways. It means that Anon is so fucking wrong that it's like the universe is just fucking with him. And I love that. I love Anon being in Goodbye Volcano High first for just the reason that he is wrong about everything, and everything is set up to make him look like the biggest fucking idiot. It's fantastic. It's so good. It's the antithesis to this motherfucker. It's great. Like, there is just a lot of joy you can get out of telling a story where a character is in the world specifically designed to be the opposite of everything they believe in. There's so much fucking conflict there. Like, could you imagine this world and they're like, yeah, trans people are real, Anon. We have science to prove it. We literally can scan your soul and prove this shit. And Anon is like, no, that shit's great. That is so fucking great. Because at that point, what can he believe, right? He has all these thoughts and feelings. He comes from this different world, and none of it applies anymore. And that's good isekai. Even if the isekai is to a fucking LGBT agenda. Woo! Anyway, enough gibber jabbering. So yeah, I have issues with the fact that we're just backporting all this stuff. Damn, Rod, just stoking right from my heart. Maybe this old bird isn't as bad as she seemed yesterday. Old bird? She might have a whole family tree, out of a whole tree branch lodged firmly up her ass, but she's not stupid. Maybe a little long-winded, though. Big words coming from a fucking fanfic author on AO3, buddy. Big words. Although, admittedly, he is a lot more streamlined than some. Roberts gives us a chance to ask any questions we might have on the matter. No one opts to raise their hand, not even Naomi, surprisingly. Guess people don't really care after all. Maybe they're too busy chewing on what she just said. Roberts folds her arms once more. She begins to speak again. Very well. We have a short amount of time left, so I'll conclude our assessments from yesterday. Introducing Mr. Moose delayed us, and that caused me to miss some of you. Wait. We're doing the Fang later. I feel a gentle touch of worry in my chest as she passively calls me out. It passes as she focuses on the person sitting next to me. Given how class ended, and seeing how you're one of the few left, we'll start with you, Fang. The Parasaur blinks, looking away. Okay, listen, I'm gonna pull up Fang's voice. I can't do a good Fang's voice, because Fang is like a really distinctive voice in this. It's really interesting. Like, listen to this.
Yeah. How do I... how does it work?
Like, it's 2 layers deep. You got a woman trying to sound deep. How am I supposed to fucking work with that? I have no idea if her voice actors are non-binary, because if they are, good on you, but also, I don't know. If you're so insistent on the pronouns, why isn't it included in the voice actor credits? I go to the page and it says the voice actor, but not the pronouns. It says Dahlia Salem. I'm just supposed to assume pronouns now, buddy. I thought we were not supposed to do that. All I'm saying is, I feel like for all the things that we supposedly do, we're not quite caught up yet in all the ways. Oh. Ooh. Man, I'm tuckered out. The big walk. I got shit to do later today. Alright. Huh? Me? Correct. Please share with us what your plans after graduation are. They fidget in the seat. Oh, wait! Anon's doing it! Ah, shit. Remember how I just said Anon shouldn't do the pronouns correctly in his head because he doesn't actually believe it and only says it to get out of his... Ah, you poor idiot. You fucked it up. You've earned the Safi point of disapproval. I'm gonna tour with my band, they say, seeming to pick up confidence as words leave their mouth. Yeah, I think the center might have a pointer, because if Anon's actually changing his actual mind instead of just the words he says, confidence, Roberts hasn't reciprocated anyway. Oh, confidence, okay. It actually surprises me, the amount of skepticism in the expression the theropod gives a Fang. She squints down to Therasaur, her brow furrowed. You're in a band. Yeah. I'm gonna tour with... Wait, I can't... I'm gonna tour with them after graduate. I can't do this, man. It's a very specific angle of deep. The first step is... voice trails off, almost like in the video game. This is a choice the player gets to make, and we're stupid, so we're not going to make one for them. Also, does she even say that when Fang brings it up? Don't think she does, though. Maybe she does, actually.
I'm going on tour with my band. Right after well, I'm going...
Yeah, I don't think Roberts interjects. I think Roberts just waits on it and then says, you can get a good career after that. La Benda. Plans after you graduate. And on bold of you to assume I'll graduate before the world ends. See, Scary Dave gets it. It's a work in progress. We're still feeling it out, you know. Naomi had turned around in the seat by this point. She gives Fang a reassuring smile. Well, that sounds neat. What kind of portfolio do you have so far? Can't help but notice something in Naomi's eyes as she looks at Fang. I don't know what the hell to call it. She's being friendly, of course. Fang's friend, you dumbass. Still, though, those emerald eyes are a little brighter than before. She smiles over at the potato. Sorry, that probably isn't the right word. Fang, by contrast, gets ready to fly out of their seat. They raise their hand and anxiously rub their shoulder, looking away from the rest of us. We got some stuff in the works. I need to figure out how to do some more constriction. Yeah, Fang is the band. Because again, it makes sense for Fang to want to be in the band, because that's the whole fucking point of the game. And it's really kind of weird that it's Trish in the other one. I get that it's Trish trying to escape poverty, but in this, it's very much not about escaping any sort of financial situation. We got some stuff in the works. Oh, you still have a few months to think of a viable career. I swear I see her roll her eyes. She says, she does! Robert's already looking away towards the other in the class. Francesca? Orange-skilled dinosaur, darker hue than Naomi. Chris is, ugh. We're almost done with this. I think it's going to be one chapter today, man. I got really distracted all the damn time. Fang sunk into their seat, looking out the window. Their wings have drooped. Fang is trying to make conversation with her, too soft for me to make out. Aren't you sitting next to her? Her expression is apologetic, despite her efforts to make try to tear Teresa's attention away from the rejection of her dream. All Fang is given is an odd grunt of acknowledgement. Double of sentences. Man, I appreciate that we're actually, you know, letting Fang be a little, man. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. I'm sure it's gonna turn out fine. I know you've got this. You just gotta prove her wrong. Yeah, right. She sounds like she doesn't believe in herself, let alone Naomi. Wasn't Fang, like, quite confident about the band? Something thumps softly against the leg of Naomi's desk. As it looks down at it, eyes follow its reach feathery tail. Psst, hey, you got a sec? They discuss something about L&L. Something less familiar with the jargon might not have caught on. It seems like they always play one of his games. We mentioned it earlier while we were leaving the roof. I wasn't listening after all. I was too distracted by his hot ass. Left to their own devices thanks to his interventions, Fang marinates in silence, still watching the sky through the class window? Why is it specific? Don't look as dejected anymore, just contemplative. God, I need a minute. I need a minute to recover from the bullshit this fucking thing's trying to pull. What is this fic trying to do, man? What are we doing? It just drives a man to think. Lego 2K Drive will delist on the 19th of May, 2026. Oh man. Not Lego. Tried. Never heard of it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Take time.
Bleh.
Fing fong, fing fang fong. And then a bang! Let's finish this dang fic. Already. And to discuss LNL. Less familiar with the jargon. Something less familiar. I think he means someone less familiar. Left on the devices, man, for minutes in silence. No one would look my way and see me gawking. I shift my gaze down at the desk, more specifically at my hands. I look absentmindedly towards Roberts and whatever students she happened to be grilling at the time there. And I think, because thinko is the drinko, the dreamco. It has to suck laying your dreams like that and having an elder shit on it. An elder? Miss Roberts is a teacher, not the fucking village chief. I didn't exactly get a better response from Roberts when she lent my lack of direction. Then again, I didn't have any pride to wound. Have fun at work, Como! Or at least try to survive. Someday we'll run some tabletop again. It'll be great. It might be Stone Top, it might be something else, but it'll be fun. See you later. Bottom. It has to suck lucky. You can't have a goal marked if you don't have a goal to begin with. Or pride. Man, Anna, you suck. How can anyone hurt you if you don't have flesh and bones? I can't believe Como fucking left because he had to go to work. On this channel, we laugh at people who have jobs. God, that sounds so stupid. Not that Fang's goal is much of one to begin with. I can't really blame Roberts for reacting the way she did. A band? Really? The world definitely doesn't have enough local losers playing covers at bars at Friday nights. One thing I never think that the game calls out, Roberts doesn't even like tell them, hey, maybe you should like have some like Twitter presence or something, maybe like build up an online bit of clout. Because it's implied that forum drama does not have an online activity, or at least not to an extent that matters for the... It's really weird. Especially since Nick and the band bring it up, so the authors are aware of it. I should be throwing stones from my glass house, though. I thought you said you literally had no house to throw stones in. You got more of a plan than I have right now. Not wanting to risk reprisal of phone shit that got me in this business in the first place, I busy myself by listening along to the few exchanges between the teacher and the few remaining students on her list. An engineer, hairstylist, plumber like his uncle. Am I the only person here without a sense of direction? Jesus fucking Christ! Before I can begin to drown in the implications, she clears her throat. I glance up from my desk and towards the old Osaurus. Thank you all. I hope you're able to draw something useful from this exercise. Now, since it seems we're done a little early, she's caught up by the bell, bring to life once more. Cool. Eyes drift towards the ceiling. Never mind. Expect a short first period. Please don't delay in getting there. The transitional period is shorter than usual to match. Have a good day. See you next Monday. So she teaches no other classes. I rise with the rest of the class. What are you, in a fucking courtroom? Please rise for the honorable judge. I sling my backpack over my shoulder and I catch Reed giving me a look. He nudges his head towards Fang. Yeah, right, I almost forgot. I have to pretend to be woke to fit in with the wokes. I want to go to sleep is all I can say. Got him. And on that joke sucked. I run towards the pterosaur, who was just about to start walking off. I loudly clear my throat. Hey! They pause mid-step, glancing my way, and they realize I'm looking at them, and was indeed addressing them. They blink and turned more firmly in my direction. What? Naomi also paused, glancing between us. Rejoined her in that regard. Jesus fucking Christ, he's trying to apologize. Stop making it a whole thing. I do my best to ignore the slight pressure of being watched as I speak further. How far do you have to speak, buddy? The end of the room? You got a second? The brow furrows a little. We just got told to hurry to next class? They try to begin to keep walking as they we don't have time, sorry. Hey, Fang. The pterosaur turns towards him. He gives them the same look he was giving me a couple of moments ago before nudging aside in my direction. Just give him a sec, bro. Well, I fold my arms to stop my hands from fidgeting like a dumbass. I clear my throat and a massive ball of slime leaves my mouth and flops on the floor and slithers away! Wait a minute. I was a ghoul all this time? Goddamn. That explains why I've got such goofy tastes. Look, I just wanted to apologize for what happened here yesterday. It wasn't intentional. I was just off my game. Normally, I would call you out, call you a tranny, a weirdo, a geek, a goofball, a monster, a freak of society, but I wouldn't misgender you or narc on you. Actually, I would misgender you. I just wouldn't narc. A lot of stuff going on had me a bit on edge. So, yeah, I'm sorry, right? Listen, I understand that this author understands that you can break quotes like this, but he's overdoing it. So I have to speak up. He used to call you across the continent of South America. Anon's got this down pat. Fan glances between me and Red for a moment. They finally shrug and give me a nod. Sure? Alright. Whatever. Water under the bridge, you know. They don't sound enthusiastic, but it's a step up from the venom in their voice when they left class yesterday. Cool! I reply. I respond looking towards Reed. Remember meeting at lunch? I'll be there. And don't forget Trish either. We gotta get this shit settled fast. And glances my way one last time before they turn and walk towards the door. See you guys. Fang watches them go. She tells me thank you. See, that wasn't so bad. If you say so, we gotta get to math. True, I'll swap seats. Math buddies! Why? A loft a brow. Motherfucker's got a loft now? So we walk towards the door together. Are you allowed to do that? He won't care, bro. Nah, he won't care. Don't worry about it. As I make our way out, I glance towards Rob. It's fine that she's looking at me. Listen, I'm fine with the idea that Anon has to apologize and there's some people there who are watching. Don't involve Miss Roberts in this! It's supposed to be a cute, intimate moment in which Anon does what he's told to do. Actually, it's not that cute of an intimate moment. He's kind of being bullied into it. It should be a moment that's just between them because it's them trying to solve it. Like, Miss Roberts has explicitly not actually made a big deal out of this. So why is she, like, eyeing these fucking weirdos? I resist the urge to roll my eyes once we're out of the hallway. I didn't do it for you, you damn fossil! I thought you agreed with her earlier. Well, at least that's the stupidity over with. The rest of the school goes without a hitch. Reed have been alright. Math teacher doesn't give a shit about switching seats. What fucking teacher does? It was going to be to my detriment. I spent the first shooting the shit with the raptor besides me. Why the fuck was your teacher so chill with that? History went fast too. Turns out my initial phase of the subject and tirade of yapping. We're unfounded. Outside some pleasure was talked in. She kept to herself because she's trying to fucking graduate. Unlike you. Took every opportunity to raise her ass and ask questions. Lunch was spent alone. Some pizza from home, on my own, shit posting on the phone. Nice rhyme there, buddy. A deserved treat from the chaos and multicolored freaks. The peace was, of course, short-lived. Come home, Sage was over me all again. Why do you have the exact same classes? Isn't it Tuesday? Why don't you have, like, different classes? Sage was all over me again, intent on chatting up a storm. God damn it, that makes 2 homosexuals. I'm gonna have to start kissing real soon just to save myself. Sage was all over me. Yes! Sage is all over me again, the Microraptor, Miss Williston. I wish I could say it was an exciting topic. It was mostly just reinforcing the safety rules discussed in the forums. Forums I completely forgot last night. I hastily scrawled my signature. I appreciate the honesty. Also, isn't the plant sage dangerous? I don't know. I think it's a spice or like a herb you can add to some dishes. Though it does that at a snail's pace. Is this going to be like the fucking witch spice? What was it called again? Where everyone is actually herbs instead of spices? Named after? Though it goes to snail's pace, third period cross to an end, the wave over to sage. God damn it. Final class of the semester. So you have math, homeroom, history, home ec, and literature. So we are doing the dancing towards tomorrow thing. Fucking hell. God, I'm wow. A quick hustle brings into literature. Also, why are we giving every fucking class this kind of emphasis? I don't like it. Most of a student's school day should just fly by. They don't give a shit. Especially not Anon of all people. When does he have PE? What greets me is not a locked door, but rather a wide open doorway, so that the class early room is much more... Again with the fucking beeline! Towards an empty chair and settled in. Don't know why lit class be organized like this, but everyone indicated me I'm gonna be getting a partner again. It's gonna be a book club! I busy myself over the next couple of minutes browsing the boards on my phone. Glad ever so often to see more students pile up, looking for anyone I recognize. I don't. It's complete strangers. And unlike Satan, I'm seem keen on getting to know me. Goon Game only had 3 classes, unless you technically speaking, they had math, history, fuck, what was the other one? I know they had, like, free choice, which is the dance class. What was the first class? I know he had 4 classes, though. Fuck it, I'm pulling up the... Dancing Towards Tomorrow, there it is. Game, images. Algebra, history, and dancing. You know, it is somewhat nauseating to go back to Dancing Towards Tomorrow to look shit up. I hate all of you for inflicting this upon me. There it is, the class schedule. First period, algebra. Second period, physical education. Third period, history. Lunch 1 hour, and then dance. That's it. Fuck. Man really had 4 classes, 2 of which are physically oriented. Jesus. How do you come out of that school learning anything? Anyone business himself, no one wants to get to know him. Perhaps I got lucky. Perhaps I'll be the sole student of the bunch. I glanced at my phone as the teacher just arrived. Class full of chatter. Oh no! Anon shares a class with Fang, and it's about books. What? Literature class? We're gonna make the class they share literature class? They're working on the remake? No, they're not. I heard they were getting, like, stonewalled by the dev or something, right? Huh. The sight of the pterosaur makes me blink. The Patunks, looking around the room, clearly trying to find somewhere to sit. Eventually, their eyes planned on me, and they share my surprise for a moment. I watch in real time as we both reach the same realization. Fang's gaze flattens into begrudging resignation. I can feel myself returning the look. Fang walks down the road to my table. They pause beside it, having shrugged off their backpack and dangling it by the strap in one claw. Do you mind? It's not like there's much choice, yeah. Yeah. They agree with a sigh, before pulling out the chair next to mine and sitting down. Anon, if your alarms go off over an MB, you need to talk to someone. That's not how your girl alarm is supposed to work. She's not girl. You know what, let's go with thoughts thinking. Fang pulls out their phone and a moment later begins to scroll through it. I'm more than ready to resume in kind and try my best to do so. Try Zamato, there's a foreboding sense of... there's a foreboding sense of awkwardness creeping over me. It's the same sense of unease that wiggled its way into me yesterday when I was left alone with Leo. Can't you stop wanting to kiss everyone, Anon? Much like the taller dinosaur had been, Fang seemed pretty content keeping to themselves. He even uses single, then? Anon, what drugs are you taking? Those were tobacco cigarettes. Not... Jesus Christ, Anon, are you smoking the crack? They're acting like I don't exist right now, which is exactly what I wanted in the first place. It went well yesterday with Leo when he decided to say something, though. I might as well try. Since when? Anon, with everything that happened, isn't Fang like the last person in the universe you'd want to talk to? I say towards them. Fang looks up from the smartphone and glances away. They quietly wait for me to speak further. Something about choosing to... Shouldn't Fang resist this? Like, Fang is implied to be introverted because they, grew up at home with no one around because their parents were away most of the time. Shouldn't Fang resist being talked to by strangers they don't already like? You know what, Senator? I'm afraid that you're gonna score too many points, and we're gonna have to disqualify you on the grounds of automatically winning. Something about choosing to say nothing at all makes my throat tighten up a little. I clear it before I force myself to speak. How did the meeting go? Huh? I do my best not to cringe. This is definitely not going as well as Leo. I can't abort yet, though. Yes, you can! The world is ending, and Anon decided to smooch everyone on Pangea. It's the only way to save the world, is the power of friendship. Back at the end of Homeroom, you and Reed said you were having a meeting with him and, Trish? Oh, you haven't seen Trish yet, have we? I think that's her name, at least. I let the unfamiliar name hang out for a moment, offering myself a lifeline if I got it wrong. Fang gives a nod and said, yeah. It was about meeting our band, the one Roberts asked about. They frowned. Oh, wait. They frowned a bit at that. The sour note to their expression gradually fades as they add, oh, well, I guess. Could have been better. What do you want to know? I don't know why, but that catches me off guard. Because why are you asking? Not my fault if finding luck builds the most fun. Listen, if you're gonna gamble, you gotta gamble big. Put it all on zero. I raised my hands as I shrugged. I don't know. I just felt curious, I guess? Don't some casinos add like an extra zero space because they're fucking losers? They hum at that. Yeah, sure, they say, before they loft. Jesus Christ, everyone's got lofts. Did we tell you exactly what we're getting ready for? He mentioned he got you on the roof earlier. I don't think so. Well, maybe he talked about a lot of stuff admittedly. Might have slipped my mind. He said you guys did a whole thing. Whatever. It's whatever. Anyway, we're getting ready for... Well, you wouldn't know the name. It's a big audition, though. If we nail it, it'll be the first step towards becoming an actual band. A recognized one. Huh. Guess they're actually taking the stuff more seriously than the slip-up and homeroom implied. That's cool. When's it happening? Next weekend. We're going to be practicing our asses off this evening. You think you're ready for it? They pause at that. The frown from earlier creeps over their beak, and they look towards the front of the classroom. Yeah, we're really ready. Hands tighten a little around the elbows. We gotta be ready. If they're... Listen, they can't invite Anon over. If Anon gets invited to the fucking audition, he does not. The audition is exclusively attended by bands that are auditioning. They do not let you bring someone random over. I think. Hold up, who's there? I know that some other characters attend. MIDI bands performing. That's the whole song. Go, 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 go. Yeah, they sit around the table with Rosa. Who works there? That's why they have to tell everyone else the next day. Can claim Anon as a roadie. They live in the same town! Yes, here's our monkey roadie. We hired him as part of DEI, and then Anon kills himself because he can't take it. I will never be part of your DEI. Blam! If there's certainty in their voice, I'm not hearing it. Silence falls over the pair of us again. The frown doesn't leave their face this time. As their amber... Just kiss already. Eyes fall towards the floor so I can see their gaze that they're wrestling with something deep inside themselves. Anon, you're a fucking autist. You're not a mind reader. I know what it's like to spiral. If nothing else, I don't have a mopey desk mate for them. If anything else, I'd rather not have a mopey desk mate for the next hour and a half. Reed said you guys... He tries to take you guys onto the roof all the time. Any idea why? I got no idea. Dude's obsessed with that roof, I swear. I think he might be part terror with how much he loves heights. The frown transforms, curls to the tiny seed of a smile for her student. I don't know, man. I'm starting to experience something that we in the business like to call friction. What the hell is this design? Boom, 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 boom. damn it, I hate this. Hold up. He's a weirdo. Yeah, I agree. He's definitely unique. The silence comes back again, but it's not as bad as before. Not like we're ignoring each other so much as coexisting. It's almost like you're both passive introverts who don't like talking. Mutually occupying the same space. There's a tiny mini difference, but it's enough that the anxious feeling in my gut is far smaller now. If either of us can break that silence as broken force. Who the fuck is going to be the goddamn teacher? He's human. What? That's racist, Anon! You can't say that about your teacher! Due to Reed, the school has put a keycard door on the roof and a fence around it. Reed, we told you not to kill yourself. You fucking loser. At least he's some kind of human. As the initial bewilderment of his familiar nature leaves me, the second thing immediately characterizes that he's bulky, broad, and sturdy. His hair is long and black, his blue eyes are sullen, sunken beneath a heavy brow. The skin of his rocky face and thick neck was tan almost to the point of appearing bronzen. It's more likely a Neanderthal than a human. Some sort of Cro-Magnon, at least. There's more than a few breeds of us up north. Despite his barbaric appearance, he dresses quite sharply. I see a white button. Why are you saying it like that? A white button visible beneath a tweed blazer. Oh, that's why. Brown lines. Jesus fucking Christ. I get it. He dresses in a tweed blazer. That's all we need. He moves towards the desk and sits on the edge of it. Oh my god, he's one of those fucking teachers. Good afternoon. He greets us. His voice is deep and bassy. It's Spears, but fake Spears. Oh, it's Miss Kim's. Mr. Kim's. Kim's? Sims? We're a day behind and have quite a bit to cover, so I'll keep this brief. I am Mr. Kim's. I apologize for missing you all yesterday. My employment here has been a very recent occurrence, relatively speaking. Tasks that require my attention unfortunately prevented me from hosting yesterday. We should have no such problems going forward. You raise the hand to all of us, thought I guess it continues. I look forward to getting to know each of you. Ordinarily, that'd be some kind of icebreaker for days like these, but in the interest of making the most of our time this evening, it's the afternoon! I believe you're all adults enough to forego that so we can dive right into the lesson. Would you agree? Fantastic. It'll be efficient, blah blah blah. The caveman lectured at a pace barely bewildered. I think I'm gonna like this class. And Fang says goodbye? No! Wait, is he getting a fucking fake dad? I can't believe they put a Mr. Spears here just so they... whatever, man. All that's a lot at once. Fang says goodbye. Get out of here. I will not read Romeo and Juliet. I want to feel happy and adventure when I read a story, not depression. No! He is Mr. Spears. He's even giving the fucking motto of the story. Circumstance you find yourself in, it's gotta be different. The world never stops, but you are. But who you are as a person is entirely up to you. If you don't let this sway you, it won't. But you can also use the opportunity to reinvent yourself if you feel like. Either way, it all depends on you. Which is to say, Anon, you're going to become pansexual because you'll make out with a guy, a girl, and a non-binary person. I'm sorry. It's interdimensional. Principal Spears. God, I love that interdimensional ABK. Fuck it. He got an intro for his stage performance. What a loser. Too bad it's so catchy. Not a little punishment, it's an opportunity. You and Dad would get along. Yeah! You know, you could have done this without scaring the shit out of Anon, teacher man. Main corridor's empty, duck into the stairwell. You know, I have to say, I'm slowly getting to the point where I want this fic to shut the hell up. There are no multiple spears, there's only one, and he jumps around the multiverse. You know, I like that idea. I actually really like the idea that there is just one spears, and he's like, man, I never get to go to sleep. There's always another dimension to fix. Rolls up them sleeves. He knows the script ahead of time, and it bothers him a lot because he knows it's going to go wrong, and there's nothing he can do, but he's got to show up anyway. Someone's got to be there, do the deed, and all that. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor fucking guy. What is our health insurance denying? Reattachment of stuff a horse bit off? Corrective slacks? Man, what's the onion smoking? Magnetic rotisserie image. Reconjoining of the twin. Machine gun leg. Ugh. Plants. Something Gomo would like. Get them squishy jowls. Them pinchable cheeks. That the what are they called? There's a certain kind of lizard that has those big old pinchable cheeks. I mean, I can't say I disagree. They're fucking great cheeks. He dismissed the laws of the universe. He said they were dismissed. Okay, so apparently we're introducing Patricia. Fuck me, I guess. All right. You know, let's play this song. I barely get to fucking play this. I never get a fucking chance. Because everyone's so fucking nice. Someone shouts near me. I drove my eyes up, head on a swivel as I look around me. Over here, Anon, right? No, it's not a coincidence. They know my name. My hopes of the cry being for another person dashed. I kill my phone. Damn. Look in the direction of the noise. Linger a bit further on the side of the cafeteria, two figures. I recognize the first instantly. That's Fang. But Ebony wasn't their voice, though. Patricia, let us fight. The second is just a bit shy of a head shorter than Fang at a glance. Why? Jesus, fuck, stop with the qualifiers, man. Her scales are a bright violet in color, and I can spot darker markings along her face and frill. Yeah, she got a crest on the back of her head, crested horns. Looks to be a trike of some variety. A tangle of springy purple hair rests between her horns. Her eyes are a brighter hue. She's wearing a bright yellow hoodie and black yoga pants. Stop looking at her pants! With a red XO in the center of the former. That's such an awkward fucking introduction. She waves at me as I notice her, smiling. Yeah, over here. Don't immediately want to incite a potential... Oh, god damn it, Anon, this is not the same universe! We gotta stop meeting like this. Dude, be nice. He says, shooting Fang a little glare. They roll their eyes. Looks like I finally got to meet you. Was wondering if Reed was gonna hide you away from me at this rate. Does he have a habit of hiding, guys? Only if he wants to kiss him. Nah, not really. But he seemed pretty dead set on talking to you first, though. Uh-huh. Let me guess, you're Trish, right? Yep. Did Reed tell you my name? Yeah, figures. What else did he tell you about me? This feels like a trick question, and I feel a bit put on the spot. Shut the fuck up! You literally started talking to Fang out of nowhere! Shut up, Anon! Fuck you! Goddamn! Careful, Anon. Remember what your uncle always said. There's nothing more dangerous than... He said you guys were in... the band. And, that you like bugs? The mounting tension in my gut crescendos and then fades in a snap when that smirk on her face floods into the full-blown grin. Oh no, she's autistic! I'd like to point out I once talked to someone who wanted to do like a revamp of this and custom art, blah blah, and they also really like the idea of Trish being autistic, which would kind of help the story forwards. The band is made up of an autistic person, an introvert, and a guy who is just shy of actually helping out the situation. Which would explain why Trish explodes like that, because they're like, man, why can't this problem solve itself? Dude, they're awesome! You gotta tell me all my neat... Oh, wait. You gotta let me tell you all about this neat stuff I saw at entomology camp. Over the summer. We even got samples of the stuff from your territories. It was sick! I can't get a word in one way or the other as Trish scrambles over to me. Sharp spike of fear at a female being this close to me, somewhat dimmed by the fact that she's too focused on unlocking her phone and opening her phone gallery. Oh, I gotta show you Mango. She's... Speaking of the band, Trish, we gotta practice, remember? I can't let you kill Anna with worm facts either. Come on. They nudge Desna towards the direction that I had just come from as they say the last word. Trish's expression immediately dims, eyes half letting. They sigh quietly. For fuck's sake! For fuck's sake, don't fuck up the scene, please, for fuck's sake. Don't, please. Let that moment stand. Don't fucking explain it, please, author man, don't explain it, please, don't explain it, please, don't explain it, please, don't explain it. Yeah, right, Fang, I forgot. She says the sheer lack of enthusiasm in her voice doesn't escape me. I feel all awkward as I glance between the both of them. Trish looks back at me, smiling and swearing. See you tomorrow, okay? Nice meeting you, man. Yeah, sure thing. Nice to meet you. See you later. Later, skater. She shoots a wing back. Fang begins to walk away. Trish follows after. She's watching both apart before. God damn. I hate this chapter because it is trying to do too much, and goddamn. Goddamn. I'm glad he didn't try to explain what's going on with Trish, because that really needs to stand on its own. Fuck, man, I'm tired. I'm surprised Anna didn't think she's on the spectrum. Yeah, she does kind of lay it on thick. Anna should notice. Motherfucker has all these extremely good tricks up his sleeve, but he doesn't notice another autist when he sees one. Maybe he's not a real autist. Maybe he's one of those people that's like, man, I've got such hyper focus. God, I fucking hate those people. I fucking hate those people. The reason I hate them is that they're so cutesy about it, when it's like, no, this shit actually just sucks. Like, you're talking about it like it's this minor inconvenience. This shit ruins my day. Hot dog, man. Hot dog. Oh, here we go. Here's the fucking picture. Yeah, so like when this guy said he's into my hyperfixation, I straight up went nonverbal for a sec. Like, he's icky. I almost had a meltdown. Lol. Murder is illegal, says the neurodivergent. Fuck that shit. So, I'm a little meh on the fact that Anon turns around like this. I'm not the most upset, but it does not work. It does not work. I can't imagine. Listen, if the doxing event happens, like Bob the Killer Goldfish is like, I don't need to get doxed. Who? Trish wouldn't do it. Reed wouldn't do it. Naomi might do it. Might. Oh yeah, the links. Ugh. Man. The stream took forever. We barely got through a chapter that wasn't even that long because I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry for ruining the stream. Let's go look at some links. Go to the latest community post and give it a look. This one's about the Saturday stream being 24 hours earlier, so. Oh shit, I typoed. It's the Saturday Dream? What the hell does that mean? Safi? Safi T. Crookington? Anyway, let's go look at some links from Scary Dave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tired, man. I'm so fucking tired. Man, that's such a cute little Fang. Crossing arms go very too. Just had to. I love Inko Me! He looks so like Inko! Like such a dork. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. He's such a dork! Hold up. I need to show this. I need to show this off. Oh my god. This is the energy he comes with. Big dork. Look at him! Look at him! What a dork! Woo! We got Mia with the little human. You little baldy, you have a girlfriend too bad because now you're mine. Oh no! As much as I like this picture of Mia, why is she wearing a skirt? Oh, it's the prom dress, that's why. Stella! But not the wall, as that one guy calls it. The dream to dance. Instead of making your favorite VTuber suffer playing mixtape, prank them by getting them emotionally invested in a Technicolor dinosaur novel. They'll never see it coming. Can't believe they're promoting Goodbye Volcano High. What a weirdo. Oh, it's Mia T Nerd. Shit got so... Oh, we invented Naomi. Nerd Mia. Do we really need that, though? Man, we got ourselves a little Liz Inco. To draw from a closer angle can actually select a design. I don't know why the hell Ashley looks like that, though. She looks way too healthy for someone who's a crack addict. I don't know what to tell you, man. Cracks fucks you up. Bad as a simple guy. Oh, it's a meme that's going around. Angle looking at the sunset. Neat. What the fuck? Animal skin se represent por mitosis. Oh, he's not wrong. Apparently people are into Normia because she's reading. Oh my god, that's fucking Inko in the background, in the foreground. Dragon Ball! Oh no, she's got a red ribbon cap. Oh god. What is wrong with you, Mia? What happened? Look at this shit. Some great art, man. That's some great shit. Who asked 420? That's a great fucking username, man. We're not even done yet. We're... Man, fucking... Dave showed up with the receipts today. Although Fang's a Lego. They would never make those wings, though. They might do the hair. Fiddlesticks. Final chapter. The final chapter for my Naomi Anon fic has finally been released. Is there a translation of this? There better be a fucking translation for this. Why is it always the Spanish who get the good stuff? Blast you, Spaniards! Blast you! The art's adorable, though. I love it's all fucking meme pics. Oh, I gotta show this off. Entirely on the grounds that I love how she looks so pissed off at the bottom. Look at her. She's like, Eco, you're not supposed to like the gay shipping porn. Stop it. You're not supposed to enjoy that. Is there a cure to male loneliness? Homophone. Why Western game does was focus on human and other relationships. Well, I don't know. Just stole some weird ass bills. Why is everyone drawing me on in the prom dress of all things? Wasn't even that good of an outfit. I thought it was a bit meh. Didn't really do much. Like a Nerd Mia. I just don't like Nerd Mia. She's dressing in too much of her own skin color. It's weird. That doesn't go there. What? What the hell? I'm not looking forward to Ashfall to the point that I don't even know if I want to bother with it. Apparently they dropped some character bios or whatever. Damn, it's an open shoulder look. I love those. Also, the hair done up is actually kind of nice. Again, I feel that Fang's design suffers a bit from having the wings and the long hair. But I really like open shoulder looks like this. to begin with. The hair done up is also nice. It's a nice compromise. Dang, that's a fucking mad-ass Mia. What the hell happened? Why is her hair so yellow? Her hair is extremely bleached. It's not as blonde. She looks like a fucking Rayman character with that snoot. I don't want to be horny anymore. I want to be happy. Come on, Mia. Kissing. Hey, it's Papa Pals. It's hard to bully some. Is it hard to bully somebody if you crush? You were crushing him, and I hate it. Well, that's the links, and they were nice. Tell me about your life. Would you like to have a chat about racial segregation? For fuck's sake! Damien, the island's not big enough for it! We don't have the space! No Tomodachi Life has no online functions like me sharing, but in exchange there's no word filters or censors. Hell yeah. We can finally do what we need to get the job done. And repeat the joke ad nauseum until everyone gets sick of it. I heard that Scooby too creepy about music. There's the Vocal Dira Nights demo. It's a lengthy demo, like longer than Wani's. How the fuck is it a demo? What even is Vocal Dira Nights? I don't know what that is. You can't just come to my fucking house and say, you want this crack cocaine? I don't know what crack cocaine is. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. For some reason, Caveman On has released like a bunch of concepts for characters in their knife clothes. Apparently, the main character moves in with a bunch of people. And all I can tell you about is I'm just fucking mad, man. Like, god damn it, stop posting people in their pajamas. I do not see where I can get this. Is it not fucking... What is it called? What's it called again? Snooperoo. Well, it's not here. Oh, that's what it's called, One Game. Is it a standalone? Oh, hey, it's the Encore demos. Oh, I think it's this one. Vocal Dira Nights demo. Derivative Vocal Dira Nights demo. Is that the one? Astronaut ending predicting Ashley going feral and killing James before OD on the spot, leaving a bloody mess behind. They never kill the main male character. They don't. They didn't kill Inko. They didn't kill Anon. He's gonna fucking live because they're fucking stupid like that because they're too married to their POV character to have an ending that's them slowly disassociating from death. Nerd Mia must be protected. I'm willing to protect her if she puts on some clothes that aren't skill colored. I don't know if that's the same for dinosaurs when you got trims, but whatever, man. I mean, we can give a mod a go. But I kind of want to do Chapter 4 first to see if Meteor game fucks it up or not. It's got 13 chapters. We're making good progress, I guess. Anna keeps fucking beelining. somewhere. Okay, maybe I'll look at Derivative Hulk the other night. I don't know. If we're doing that, I'll almost certainly have to, what's it called? I'll have to, I'll probably do Chapter 4 on the Sunday then. Even though it's gonna make my schedule pretty fucking busy. Man, I have no fucking time lately. I'm just so dang busy! Bouncing from A to B to C. Well, I'll see you guys next week or whenever, I guess. You all have a good one and take care of yourself. May we soon meet again. Fart noise. I don't think it was a good stream because I was extremely distracted. I was not paying attention. I was not locked in, as the kids say. I was locked out, I guess. I'm gonna go get a fucking sandwich.